All right. Hey everyone, Axeltoss here. We have a new video and we're just going to get started with replay analysis in Rocket League. By the way, this is my splash page that I use on Twitch. I did the artwork myself, so just to mention that. But anyway, I got a message from Sprightly Squirrel on Twitter. And he said, "Hey Axeltoss, I saw your post about replay analysis. My team is trying to break into the bubble scene, but we've got a lot of improving to do to make it there. We'd love to be included in a replay review video. If you're interested, I'm going to link a best of 3 tournament match we played in down below. My team is Skytro, Marty, and myself. Let me know if you have trouble, blah, blah, blah." Okay, so he sent me 3 games. And, you know, let's try to... Oops, did I click on the right one? I gotta make sure that I clicked on the right one. Okay, let's go to game 1. All right, so we're gonna do it, and we might watch all 3 for fun. And let's see here. We're gonna take the view of Sprightly Squirrel because he sent us this. So we're gonna take the view of Sprightly Squirrel, and we're also gonna talk about his teammates and him. Already starting things off, Marty with a nice aerial there. So these guys are pretty decent. It's good to see that type of quick play. And this is game 1 of a best of 3. Good avoidance in the net. Skytro doing well, getting past one, not able to get past the other. It's good pressure from Marty. It's kind of double commit there from our heroes in that moment. Marty and Skytro were both up, so maybe a little bit more communication because Squirrel should have been a little bit further back if both his teammates were pretty far up there. Rule number 1, almost. Interesting. Pretty good teamwork in the front corner. Skytro doing a good job shadowing that. And a nice pass to the middle. Yeah, that happens. Like, the ideal situation there is having 2 people back to deal with it, but, I mean, otherwise, sometimes there's nothing you can do. You just gotta practice those and read those correctly. Really good booming hits. Booming hits are important. So, clears out of the corner are tricky when you're on defense, which is what we saw there. He kind of got blocked. Sprightly Squirrel got blocked on his clear, and then it was goal for the other team. So really practicing different ways of clearing from that corner is like super important. Even like taking the ball up your own backboard, you know. So I thought, oh, and that was a double commit there. So you want to keep the communication going, and really important, just commit one player at a time. Now there should be a little bit of a sense of urgency here halfway through the game, down by 2. There's another little double commit there, and actually again from from Skytro and Marty, which is okay on defense, but something that you can improve as a team. The communication at all times and really making sure not to double commit. That's super important. But again, on defense, it's less bad because it's just important that you save. You guys seem a little bit low on boost here. That was fine. Maybe try to be a little bit more aggressive with bumps. Haven't really seen many bumps demos. That can be a really nice way to open up the field for your team. Yeah, probably don't go for that one. I mean, the challenge is important, though, to get them to hit it. So I guess that's okay, as long as you're sure you have a teammate back. Oh! So that move there is fine if your team is keeping the pressure up. You brought it fast across the goal. But sometimes it can be fun. It can be fun with playing a little bit slower when you're on your opponent's backboard. Trying to really get a technical hit towards the middle. So pretty good team. Not, you know, pretty close game overall. And I think the key might be communication there, because there are a few times, like, the speed was really good for your team. But there are a few times where there are some double commits happening that you can definitely avoid. So my first thoughts are a little bit more communication. But it's a good team. Just got to avoid the double commits. I mean, it's a good problem because that means everyone's playing fast, and playing fast is good. If you're not playing fast, you have a lot more to improve. But clearly playing pretty fast, just have to manage communication a little bit better, probably, to avoid the double commits. This is game 2. Our heroes are down by 1 in this best of 3, apparently from a tournament match. He changed his car? Oh, I'm watching the wrong view here. I'm watching in director. I wonder if I should just watch in director. Let me change it to player view. So they're really being aware of the defender, because he was ahead of you by a pretty good amount. So it looked like you were going for a goal. So in that case, trying to just go for the backboard touch rather than the goal to try to get to the ball faster. Good defense, low on boost, good turning in the air. Marty with the solo play. It's always nice. Should be goal. So to me, it seems like Marty and Skytro play a little bit more forward, and Sprightly Squirrel, who we're watching, is playing a little bit more back. In general, I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what we're seeing, which could be fine. But also, for you, Sprightly Squirrel, having ways for you to go forward could be good, could be important. because that opens up the field for Marty and Skytro to make plays. So I could be wrong though, but just the quick thought there would be trying to be a little more involved offensively, which might mean Marty might have to rotate back a little more to let you go forward, just to kind of mix it up and open up the field. Ooh, yeah, tricky decision there. You know, I almost would have gone for the boost because you had a teammate like on the goal line, but that's a hard decision to make in the moment. But if you had that boost, it'd be so key here. Nice bump. Nice bump again. That really opens up for your team, so could be a goal. And it's funny, I mentioned that earlier, more bumping. But now we can see you were bumping a little more, so that's good. Not sure if that should be left for the teammate. Something that can be useful is really being aware of where your teammates are, and there's a lot of times where your teammate, they're going to have a better shot at the ball. So that might have been a moment there where you could have left it. A lot of people feel weird about that because it's nature, you know, it's natural to hit the ball in Rocket League. If you don't hit the ball, it feels wrong. But sometimes, like, really just leaving it, if you're being really aware where your teammates are, and they are gonna have a better hit, many times. And in that moment, I think it was like 30 seconds ago, you were also low on boost, so that comes with communication as well. It's like, low boost, I'm leaving it, something like that. But then you can still fake at it or something to confuse the other team. But that's why communication is that much more important, because you don't want to fake out your own team. Up by 2 here with 30 seconds. So avoiding mistakes is critical at this moment. Pretty nice play from Skytro. He got 2 defenders to commit, and Marty got 1 more to commit, and that means that there's not a lot of defense for the other team. Nice goal. That was just really good pressure. It's critical to, obviously, when you're making any offensive play, you want to beat as many defenders as possible. So the moment you can beat 1 or 2, that's a great moment for a team to really step up and take advantage of that momentum, which is what happened there. Very nice. Okay, that's the end of game 2. Let's go to game 3. We're tied 1-1 in this best of 3. We are watching Sprightly Squirrel. He sent me these replays on Twitter, and I'm just doing some general commentary and analysis and some tips here and there. Not going to be talking the whole time, but just trying to come up with good advice throughout. I actually need to rewind because I just want to see what happened on that kickoff. Yeah, it's just a miss from everyone there. Yeah, the kickoff set it up poorly because everyone was low on boost. I'm just going to look at it one more time. So Skytro goes up. Marty cheats. So Skytro and Marty did not pick up boost. So Squirrel's the only one with boost there. And then he misses. So now all 3 of you don't have boost. Now Marty is the only one who has boost. And finally Skytro picks up boost. But he's on the other side of the field. And you don't have any boost because you just used. So just a lot of things adding up to a goal for the other team. Like, if you're the only one getting boost, you can't really miss, you know? Like, that's kind of what happened there in the kickoff. Your teammates weren't getting boost. They were making a play on the ball. You were the last man back. And then you just missed. And that is just a recipe for good things happening for the other team. It's an important game. Game 3 of a tournament. I wonder if you guys were a little nervous there in the beginning of the game. That's a decent fake, but I think your teammate thought you were going to hit it. But I'm also trying to think about, you know, you're tied 1-1 in a tournament match. This is game 3. How do you really maintain your composure in the beginning? Because you guys messed up in the beginning. You gave up a goal in the first 10 seconds. So it's like, how do you avoid that? And that comes with experience and playing more and putting yourself in this environment more. So that, you know, in the future, it's like, oh, just another game 3, no big deal. Rather than feeling any sort of nerves in the beginning of the game. But you guys you're hanging in there. You came up with that answer. It could be easy to fall apart after you give up an easy goal in a critical match. But you guys hung in there, answered with a goal. They're trying to bump you a little more, it seems. Which can be risky. And there's another bump attempt. It can be risky for them. Oh, they just have all the momentum. You don't have boost, yeah. So in those moments, when you're really low on boost, part of it you have to get lucky. You have to hope they miss sometimes if they're really controlling all the boost, but also looking for those short infield passes, and then also looking for pre-flips. Because you don't have boost, the fastest way to move is a pre-flip, basically, towards the ball. So trying to surprise your opponent. They think you don't have boost, but then you flip at it. Can be good. So now down by 1. Critical game 3. And that was a tough goal to give up. Okay, you collected this boost. Obviously, easy to say in hindsight, but taking that higher might be better, especially when you see 2 defenders. Like, the more defenders you see, the higher you take the ball, maybe, I would almost say. Like, if you see 3 defenders in front of you and you have a full boost and you're looking to air dribble, I'm bringing that ball to the ceiling. What just happened there? Hold on. Look at that again. Oh yeah, so you were cheating up a little bit. I do this sometimes, where it's like, okay, my teammate definitely has a hit on the ball. You're low on boost here, and actually, I want to see if there's boost on the other side. No, there's not. Wow, dude, boost was completely cleaned up there. What the heck? Oh, Marty took it. Okay, so Marty had boost. Skytro took that boost and got a demo, so it's like 3v2 at this point for you guys. You should not be giving up a goal here in this position. Actually, it's 3v1. It's 3v1 because one blue guy is committed. Marty just took a boost. Skytro just took a boost. Squirrel doesn't have boost. But Squirrel right now is thinking, okay, maybe Squirrel's thinking that. He's like, okay, we have an advantage. This is going to be good. So that's why Squirrel, you're going up. But because you don't have boost, it's probably better to pick up these little boost pads here and stay a little defensive. Because while it might feel good, you don't have boost. So it's going to be hard for you to make a play on the ball. And little did you know, Skytro, or maybe you did know, Skytro has plenty of boost. So Skytro, he's going to be the guy going forward. Skytro is the guy going forward here, not Squirrel. Go back. That's tough. That went from a really good position to just a little mess up. You're kind of low on boost throughout this. Last 20 seconds there. So, and you were attacking the ball even though you didn't have a lot of boost. So it might have been better there to rotate or just find boost in a situation like that. instead of attacking the ball with low boost. Yeah, and this is just super tough at this point, down by 3. But, you know, it was fairly simple mistakes that got to this point. So, and you know, it's hard to judge anything from here where it's like, yeah, the game is pretty much over. But the good news is this could have been y'all's game. It could have been tied 2-2. Y'all could have been up just based on 1 or 2 different decisions. And I think for you, Squirrel, really prioritizing boost more. Just making sure you have it, whether it's the little boost pads or the bigger boost pads. But I think that's going to wind it up here. That's going to wind it down. That was another good... It's very good shot on net. But hopefully this is helpful. I gave quite a few tips throughout this these few replays. Thanks for sending me this, Sprightly Squirrel. And hopefully this is helpful for you. And for anyone else watching. And if you're interested in me checking out one of your replays and giving some thoughts, you can link it to me somehow. Either Twitter, Discord, YouTube comments. I have an email address out there somewhere. Nice, really good. And this just shows that this 5-1 score is kind of bogus, because you guys are really doing some good stuff here on the offensive side. Good potential. All right, that's going to do it. Cool, thanks for sending in the replay once again. And we're going to call it for this video. Let's bring that splash screen up real quick again. Again, if anyone has any feedback for the channel, I'm going to do more stuff. Accepting replays from the community and doing some analysis. I'm also doing free coaching, so I'll put a link to that in the description of the video. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe on YouTube, and let me know what else you might want to see.